Hello, everyone. So, yesterday I went to a job and, I got some stuff done, but didn't get as much done as I wanted because I forgot a couple of things. So, going back out today to do another door and finish up the little bits that I need to do on the door from yesterday. But yesterday afternoon, I got to watching this show, and it was an interesting show. And if you have Amazon Prime, it's Jeremy Clarkson's Farm, and I actually watched season 2, which I watched season 1 when it came out, and I've been watching Jeremy Clarkson for years through Grand Tour and I forget the name, Top Gear. So anyways, he's a a journalist and a writer, and he's a comedian who had a car show, and and there's a lot of things that they say, albeit comedy, a lot of real stuff that's going on. And he retired from the car industry and went and bought a farm, and he wanted to be a farmer, and he quit reviewing cars. I think he still may have a couple of shows. Anyways, I'm rambling. So he's working on this farm over in Great Britain, and he talks about everything involved with what it takes to run a farm. And if you don't know, I highly recommend watching this show. But there's something that I noticed, and it's not that it's hidden, but it's it's out there and very blatant. But he talks about how the government, when on a podium, says they're here for the farmers, they're going to take care of the farmers, and then you actually have see the conversation with him and other farmers, and him fighting against the government to try to do things that would keep his farm open. And take in mind, he's a multi-millionaire, so he's not like the other farmers. He has plenty of money, so but he goes into the other farmers and what they're dealing with, and really talks about how the food gets from living, breathing animal to your dinner table, and in all aspects, it's shown a lot on there. And there's a couple things that are that you wouldn't expect to be on television, that are it's part of life. Let's just put it that way. So, but not just, it's interesting to see, at least in Great Britain, which is very similar to the America, maybe not in as much regulations, but the regulations that people have to do to give everybody food. And there's a lot of farmers here that I hear every so often on YouTube, and see their stories and stuff like that. And I try to keep well informed, and they may not be in the dire straits as the UK, but they're struggling here too. Farmers are not necessarily rich people. I mean, they drive an old beat up pickup truck, but yet they can still get $150,000 to $700,000 combine or tractor. So, but anyways, it's an interesting show, and I was sitting there thinking about, why can't just let people create their own way and do what they want to do, and and I've always been an advocate of let me do what I want to do, and I'll try my best to do the right thing. But then this morning I heard another story, and it's I understand the aspects of regulations for protection in some aspects. In other words, they some regulations are made for you to do a certain way, and if you do it the certain way, then the government kind of has your back, kind of. So, but this morning I hear a story. I'm assuming you're familiar with American Idol, and I guess some entertainers, while standing in line to be on American Idol, or probably after the fact, but they were standing in line for so many hours or however long it takes to stand in line. Well, now they are suing to producers and pretty much anybody who bankrolls American Idol and suing them for them not being paid to stand in line. So, you know, when you have people that saying, hey, I want to be on a game show, or I want to be, you know, I want to show you my talent to where, you know, hopefully you guys will sign me on, and it's a competition, it boggles the mind on how people even come up with some of this stuff sometimes. You know, maybe because it's done in California, there's different rules in California, and that's probably 90% of the problem is if it's in California or whatever state it's in, or whatever state it's, you know, the home company is from. But no, it just, you know, this is what I think about during the day. This is where my mind goes is, you know, I watched your show yesterday, and I've been thinking about it all last night and dissecting every aspect of every conversation. And, you know, sometimes I wish I could just enjoy a show. But it is a really good show as far as this. It's basically a documentary. You know, albeit trying to do comedy, and they, you know, but this is as real as you can get. Let's put it that way. You know, it's a lot to take in. So, but anyways, I'm gonna get over here to this job to get this done, and I've been working on the studio. Last night I went and swept and mopped the floors, and got everything smelling like pine sol, which is, you know, very nostalgic. If you don't know about a house smelling like pine sol, you haven't lived as a child. So, and then I got all the measurements. I'm going to be putting in a door going from the kitchen area to the studio. And I was going to do a glass door so all three of them match, but an interior glass door is like $200 now. You know, and they used to be like $80. But I'm gonna go through and get some kind of door put up, and it's a weird size, so I can't use a regular door. So, but I'm gonna I'll probably just get like a standard basic, you know, 6-panel interior door, and not even build a frame for it, just hang it. I don't want a cat getting in there. So my cat's kind of all over the place right now. It's inside, outside. You know, usually it hangs out on the porch because that's where the food is. So, but I figure by the end of the week I should be finished up with the ceiling and getting everything painted, and I should be in the process of painting by this weekend. That's the plan. And then I got to get a lot of stuff ready for next week, because next week's going to be a lot of stuff going on that I have to take care of for my mom. So, but anyways, that's it. Watch the Farm. It's Jeremy Clarkson on Amazon, and you know, I'm not getting paid to say this. It's an eye-opening experience. Even though it's Great Britain, you can extrapolate a lot of stuff from what he does to American farmers, and realize that one of the things that I always talk about is be careful, because there's going to be a day where we may not have food, or food will be rationed. It's happened before, it will happen again. And it was, I'm going to try to get that documentary about Argentina that I keep talking about, how it used to be a really rich nation until one particular president came in there and started messing with things, and you know, it sounds very familiar. Anyways, that's it for now. Peace, love, money. I'm out.